Hi, my friends and family. It's me, Trey, back for another installment of my video series. And today, this is actually the second attempt I've tried to make this video. For some reason, when I tried to record it outside here in the South Carolina hot July sun, it didn't work. So I'm doing it here in my office, which is I was thinking just now, like Rainer Maria Rilke, one of my poetic heroes. It's my brother's or my family home storage room. So this video is called What If the Occult Secret is that you are more powerful and more divine than the devil? Well, is this the fact of why I was shadow banned on YouTube for real? I got it wrong, 'cause I thought that the fakest and most powerful mind control artist gods of all. Not so sure that they stole it all anymore. So I'll spend the whole day funky. I'll spend the whole day stoned, acting silly like a monkey just to help my soul to feel at home. Is it the end or the beginning? Or how about another ending? How about when you know true love is never ending? I got it wrong, 'cause I thought that you can fool some people some of the times, but other people will always tell the truth and never obey your lie. What if the occult secret? Billy Carson's whole network is called Forbidden Knowledge. What if the forbidden knowledge that they really don't want you to know is that you are more divine and powerful than the devil? What if? Is this the fact of why I was shadow banned on YouTube? As soon as I made a video called Is Yahweh a Narcissistic Predator Entity? Especially part 2, Purging the Jealous, Angry Old Man God, which saw 339 views. My videos have never seen that many views since. I wonder why. Several people, one man who chants Shiva, told me yes, Yahweh is a narcissistic predator. Is Lucifer a narcissist? Of course. Duh, obviously. Since the Brotherhood of the Snakes in Atlantis organized and eventually, became all the secret societies we know and discussed us these days, eventually Lucifer's rebellion led to the closing and taking over of the stargates of planet Earth. It's a really important point. Over 22,000 years ago, from the days of Yahweh to the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD, the Anunnaki and later the Draco Middle-men, the Demiurge, junior gods, who were really Nephilim, Anunnaki, and reptilians and other service to self ETs. The Anunnaki and reptilians actually created or took over gradually through fear and hijacking with dogma nearly all religions and governments through manipulation and infiltration and offering their technology, their mind control, and their physical weaponry to governments, leading to their little slave race, the Zeta Greys, doing what's happened in the U.S. in the last 80 years with the secret government, the creation of the CIA here. With the exception, of course, of most Buddhism, Taoism, and shamanism, which, although even in all these sects or traditions, although they kept more truthful and honest to healing the truth about spirit in the old ways, except they were all patriarchal. They became patriarchal over the years. I myself consider myself a Gnostic Christian, but a lot of people have been saying lately the Christ is actually a goddess. I tend to agree with that. So, of course, Gnostic means wisdom. Of course, we know Yahweh, Lucifer, the Black Suns, And the black hole beings from Abaddon, I think they're taking over here, or pulling us into their black hole. We know they can be very impressive in their narcissistic, service to self-oriented takeover schemes, mind control operations, nanotech weapons, horrible false GMO food weapons, geoengineering weaponry. We know they have powerful weaponry. Through religious dogma, fear, control, creating walls, creating paywalls, or what the Christ goddess, for what the Christ goddess intended to be free. Like, for example, today I took a bath over here, a quarter of a mile in the creek on high tide, and the ocean's 85 degrees. So I get all my salt from my bath from nature. It doesn't cost any money. There's no paywall to block me to do it. But that was the video offering I got that I actually got kicked off YouTube for a week for an idea Naomi Wolf presented on Dr. Drew's show, that the big boys create a paywall for things that were once free. And of course, this is what the deceivers people do all the time. And because I titled the video that, I was pushing it according to their guidelines. So running all of this AI, satanic ritual abuse, are of course the three cities that think they run the world, or that are trying to run the world into the ground, literally. Vatican City, London, Washington, D.C., Vatican City being this religious head, the Pope saying, I'm Jesus, I'm Christ. London being where the banksters, the Khazarian mafia that created the Fed and the endless debt, the war system live, and the Washington, D.C. being their military, the head, and where the CIA is, of course. So they're not states, not seas. Not seas don't live in states. They're independent entities, forcing separation amongst their believers, amongst those who obey. Endless wars, and now, inverted concepts such as homosexual pedophilia being made legal amongst select judges in California. Now forced welfare through mandates. Now forced warfare through mandates from the Saturn death cult. In other words, or the scientism death cult. In other words, forcing us to take the shots, and/or locking up your business, and/or wearing a mask, was the scientism death cult's form of modern warfare. What we saw in 2020. All of this is only possible through the massive vampirism, through the Saturn Moon Matrix, soul recycling, attempted permanent death, memory wipe, reincarnation system, which permanently siphons your energy and thinks of you and your soul and your body only as a battery or fuel for their Moloch tank, for their sick Satanism, for their literal energy vampirism at the higher, and financial vampirism at the highest levels, considering they control the financial systems, as I say. So this is what Satan really is. Satan is really this system of secret clubs leading all the way to the Anunnaki and the Draco Reptilians, who basically, through taxes, through control by the box here, through controlling you through concepts and dogma and fear, they siphon and drain you of your energy, your life force, and then, because they love you, because God the Father loves you so much, they wipe your entire memory on the moon after you leave the body. So don't worry about it. There's nothing to worry about. Your Father loves you so much, you'll never have to think about anything like this again. And if you took all your boosters and your shot, you'll never have to make a decision after a few years of the self-replicating nanotech and graphene dioxide colonies growing. You'll never have to worry about making a decision ever again. Think of it, a club of a few dozen to maybe a few hundred, 100 or 2 billionaires, a few 100,000 black magicians, And most of the rest of everybody, tragically, this is one of the main reasons I make videos. I want to get the word and the truth out of the real Christ is within, because unfortunately, still it seems that more than half of everybody is willing to be these vampires we call Satan and Lucifer in their clubs, energy slaves, okay, and energy drinks. We are energy beings. However, we were originally made in the true image of the divine Christ, Goddess Sophia. Alex Collier says we were seeded with over 22 different divine ET races, such as the one he channeled into the Andromedans and perhaps the Palladians, the Lyrans. The reptilian royalty just have, basically intergalactic mafia plunderer, Khazarian mafia, reptilian DNA. He says we are the royalty. Normal humans are the real royalty because of what's in our blood, these 22 divine ET races. We are the Christ. And the 96% of our DNA, they say, is junk DNA. God don't make no junk. That's our higher power. They don't want us to know how to turn it on. We are the world, really. We wake up to find out that you are the heart of the world. If you weren't in it, it might just have no bleeding heart. Wake now, discover you are a real part of the Christ, having a temporary experience as you. Your name and your voice in a flesh suit. You are her love shining now. Okay? That's who you really are. You are not just food for the dark side. You're not here just to feed these ancient, powerful mind control artists we call the reptilians and the Anunnaki and their little Zeta puppets and their little Zeta worker bees and all their human slaves. You're not here just to feed the Illuminati. You're not here just for some movie stars or some half-breed reptilian humanoids or some full-on, full-breed reptilians to be their adrenochrome. You are here for the Great Awakening. You are here for your unique contribution to this experiment called spirits getting human flesh suits and being given free will, particularly if you're born on this property we call United States of America land, USA land. You're given the freedom of speech, freedom to choose what you put your body and inject, and your freedom of beliefs, or be truths. So be truths. Be free. Be respectful. Be harmonious. Be discerning. Be harmless. If you have the courage, don't hurt anyone. Respect the non-aggression principle. Respect as Mark Passio said, there's a direct correspondence and relationship between morality and freedom, and that you will never, as well as an aggregate, your family and friends, your community, your town, your state, your nation, will never be free if the majority are immoral and the majority are idiot cyborg slaves. You're going to have to contend with it. The truth is within and without. You can see the mind control operations. If you're willing to take that red pill, or you might have to go through a near-death traffic accident like me. But either way, when it comes to that point of reckoning, that you are forced to take a look at the long view of your life, or the long view of the point of your existence. You're forced to look at your flaws and as well as what you've done proper, how you've served your blueprint, your soul's mission, and not hurt anyone. Those times when you didn't become a narcissistic parasite or harm someone else and actually achieve your goals even better. You will remember when it is time to step out of the matrix and the fake reality hologram of the deceiver and the middlemen, fake landlord gods. You will know how to step out when it is time. If you enjoyed this content, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more. Follow me on Odyssey for some more intense truth I can't say here. And let's make this world a better world, folks. Create a great one, my family. Loving you. Did you ever think that maybe that is really why I was shadow banned, and why what they really don't want you to know is you're more powerful, at least together we are.